Every American knows the story of Paul Revere and his memorable midnight ride. He warned the Minutemen that the enemy was coming and called them to arm themselves without delay. History was made on that ride, history that might have been far different had Paul Revere failed in his important mission. And the success of his ride depended entirely on his powerful horse. The horse was the only means of rapid transportation in those days. Wherever power, speed, and action were needed, the man on horseback had the advantage over the man on foot. The man on horseback is still the man with power. His efficient control of traffic on our streets today reflects thorough training of both man and mount. Horses for this important form of police work are examined and selected by experts. Each horse chosen must have sturdy legs, a strong back, sound wind, and an even temperament. He must weigh about 1,100 pounds, stand 15.3 to 16 hands high, and conform in color with the other mounts. With these requirements met, the horse is now ready to go to school for 6 months, a safety school, a school where he will be taught to do his part in protecting the safety of modern traffic. First, he is worked on a rope. This is his kindergarten. Each horse is an individual. He has his whims and eccentricities just as human beings have. The trainer's first job is to discover and, where necessary, correct these peculiarities. For several weeks of his training, he goes riderless, becoming accustomed to the weight and feel of the blanket and saddle. Following this period, he is taught to stand quietly while being mounted. This is an important safety measure in the work to come. So he must be disciplined against bucking and rearing. Patiently, the trainer works with him, giving him the confidence he will need later in his safety work with people and traffic on the busy streets. For two reasons of safety, no spoken commands are ever given the police horse in his schooling. Ordinary traffic noises might drown them out, or the voices of passing pedestrians might confuse him. Instead, he is taught to obey the light touch of the heel or the pull of the rein. In this way, he is taught to pivot, turn on the forehand so that he can move about in a small space. He uses his body as a safety block wherever necessary. To be able to pass carefully to the side is important when moving crowds back to safety. He keeps his body well ahead by crossing his hoofs. Then he backs out of the way himself, all without a word from the trainer. These maneuvers will all be needed as he does his part to protect motorists and pedestrians alike. Now his higher education begins. Steady nerves are a major requirement. What is this thing? Never saw anything like that before. There, see? Nothing to it. Actual contact with these strange objects gets him accustomed to the many things he will see later in his work. Waving flags, excited crowds are all in his regular line of duty. Street parades and demonstrations will hold no surprises for this thoroughly trained police horse. Again, the horse is taught not to fear the unknown or the unexpected. Necessarily, the motor car plays an important part in his training. Cars that start fast and can stop even faster are made a part of his experience. Nothing is left to chance in this safety school. After weeks of the most intensive training, he passes this terrific test of courage and control. His training complete, he is turned over to the policeman, who from now on will be the only one to ride him, and who will give him expert care and groom him twice a day. Once prepared and ready for duty, the trained horse and competent rider are dedicated to the interests of safety. They have certain definite responsibilities in making the streets of the big cities safe for drivers and pedestrians alike. All pedestrians and automobile drivers, too, need the guidance and polite reminders of the modern man on horseback. Transported to and from his beat in this manner, the horse and rider have more time for their important work. The mounted policeman and his horse have a big responsibility. Safety zones are safe only so long as people stay within them. A friendly word of caution or a timely warning may be the means of saving many lives. Just a minute, boys. What are you up to? The corner is the only proper and safe place to cross the street. From his high seat, the mounted policeman can see all of the traffic conditions on the street. He uses this advantage to guard the safety of those on foot and help the busy commercial truck drivers to drive safely. A mounted man can go anywhere. Easily seen by the motorists, he and his trained mount are able to escort the careless pedestrian to safety and teach him when and where to cross the street. Minor mishaps that may cause confusion in the traffic are quickly straightened out, as the shoppers are protected by the man and his thoroughly trained mount. With their help, motorists are able to park quickly and safely without endangering others. These little courtesies mean much to everyone concerned. He keeps the traffic moving smoothly in the proper lanes, making the streets safe for all. He maintains the courtesy of the road wherever he goes, ever teaching motorists to give the other fellow a break. Traffic jams are sometimes unavoidable, but high on his horse, the mounted man quickly spots the trouble in a jam and clears it without delay. And that's the job of the mounted traffic policeman. He reminds us all to stay within the safety zone, cross at corners only, watch out for alley traffic, watch out for jaywalkers, be courteous, keep out of the other fellow's way. Ever on guard, he watches over the safety of motorist and pedestrian alike. America's pride, and truly the living symbol of safety, the modern man on horseback.